Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com. Welcome to our 2022 ski test. Right here we've got the brand new Volkl Blaze 86. We talked about the Blaze collection last year as a brand new collection. We got the 94 and the 106, which carry over to 2022, but now we get this Blaze 86 as well. As kind of a refresher, the Blaze collection was designed to kind of complement Volkl's existing skis and replace the 98 and 108. So they're a little lighter. Actually, they're quite a bit lighter than skis like the M6 Mantra, Kendo 88, stuff like that, and more soft snow oriented. Especially the 94 and the 106, really designed for people who at least dabble a little bit in the backcountry, maybe putting an AT binding on it, or maybe just kind of going into side country terrain from the lift. That's really a big focus of those skis, and this 86 is a nice addition to the line because it kind of takes that overarching concept and repackages it in a ski that you can use on piste too. So let's kind of run through its construction, its design, and all that stuff, and then we'll talk about kind of the best application for this ski. So we get a multi-layer hybrid wood core in these skis. Volkl does a lot of multi-layer wood cores, either micro or macro block. A lot of different materials kind of laminated longitudinally. In this ski, right in the middle of the ski, we get a strip of basically synthetic material that helps bring the weight down. Volkl didn't list a weight on these skis yet, but the 94 and 106 are quite light, and this 86 is even lighter as it uses a little bit less material. In the tips and tails, we get like an elastic TPU compound, which Volkl refers to as suspension tips and tails. Helps kind of take down some of the harsh vibrations that you can sometimes get in the extremities of a ski, especially one that's this lightweight. And then underfoot, we get this cool kind of Titanal binding platform, but it's different than a lot of metal binding platforms in the sense that it's really actually designed to provide performance as well. So it's specifically shaped to be full width where the bindings themselves go, and then it kind of extends a little bit into the tips and tails, which is very cool. I like the way that they're saying like, yes, this is going to change the performance of the ski, rather than putting a binding platform in there and not really saying anything about what it's going to do to the ski. So you get a little stronger feel underfoot because of it. Something that's true on all the Blaze skis is very long tip and tail rocker with low splay. It's a pretty interesting shape. There's not really much camber underfoot. There is camber, but it's not very high rising. And then the same is true with the rocker. It's long, but it doesn't have a lot of splay. It doesn't rise significantly off the snow. This ski also uses Volkl's 3D radius. So we've talked about this before, how the 3D radius has worked its way into a lot of Volkl skis. It's most pronounced in the 106 and a little bit less pronounced as you get narrower. So in this ski, we get a 28 meter radius in the tip, 15 underfoot, and 23 in the tail. So pretty cool. I really like the way that they do that, and it definitely changes the way that the skis feel. So let's get back to performance and talk about the best application for these skis. When the Blaze 86 came out, the first thing that I kind of thought of were people that tour at the resort. This is a pretty growing, or definitely a growing segment of skiers, is people that buy a ski like this, put an alpine touring binding on it, and use it to actually go up groomed resort trails. Most ski resorts now have some dedicated uphill paths, so maybe it's not all day, but there are ways where you can tour up a groomed trail and come back down. That's a growing segment, and this ski is pretty much perfect for that. If you haven't had much fresh snow recently and you still want to go out and do some touring, it's a great option. A lot of people in general just kind of prefer narrower skis in the backcountry. You're not always chasing powder, and you do encounter a lot of different conditions and terrain out there. So 86 is not necessarily a bad thing, even if you're taking it into the backcountry. you might find that this works better for the terrain and snow conditions where you're touring rather than a wider ski like the 106. I do think it's fair to say, excuse me, that the 86 is probably the most appropriate inside the resort as well, and I'm talking about inside the resort as if you're skiing off the lift. I'd say its highlight is still its performance in the backcountry and side country, but it would certainly work for a skier that was looking for a lighter weight resort ski, specifically focusing on maneuverability, less fatiguing ski, stuff like that. Very snappy, playful performance to these skis. They're very maneuverable, but they're also very precise, which is something that we've talked about with the Blaze skis since they came out. Volkl as a company is known for precision skis. All of their skis have a very precise, just specific Volkl feel to them, a Volkl quality to them. And I really like the way that these skis retain that precise feel, but give you some playfulness too. Not playful in the sense like a Revolt 104 is very washy, but playful in how kind of agile and energetic and fun they are. But you can still hold an edge on these things too. So that's the Blaze 86 from Volkl. Pretty cool having a narrow ski in the Blaze line. I'm sure a lot of people will find a lot of benefits to this ski. So let us know if you have any questions about it, and we will see you guys out there on the slopes.